Satnam. Happy Thursday, everyone. So how we are going. So brain fatigue. What comes up when I say brain fatigue? You know, one of the prophesized by Yogi Bhajan incidences and mental health challenges, he said, would be mental. You know, a lot of people freaking out, a lot of people feeling like they can't get enough energy. And a lot of that's to do with the brain fatigue. So how I feel, like, do you feel like tired with looking at the computer? Like you can't even, people are like following Google Maps and they're so brain fatigue, they're not even thinking. People are driving into rivers, they're driving off of things, having accidents because they're not even logically and in their frontal cortex. They're completely fatigued. You see people walking across the road, looking at the phone, they're just out of it. Accidents happening, it's going on everywhere. And you know, you might go wherever, working or hanging out with friends, and you just see people who are, they're brain fatigued because the data, the information is just so much. The brain, it's not built to handle that. And also, that's what we're doing here. We have to train ourselves to be able to rise above the times and to be able to handle the times. So what I mean by that is, this wasn't even around when our parents were our age, was it? So it's a different time. So we can't operate with the same operating system as our parents. We have to upgrade it. That's why you see a lot of parents, grandparents, who struggle to, you know, operate or handle the data. People are just, they're overdone. It's just too much, and then they can't think. It's like dumb brain. The brain is just, maybe their diet, they're not cleansing, they're not eating fresh food, they're not drinking enough water. But the main thing is the amount of technology that's coming at us. And I mean, if you just have a think, if you go for an interview, if you go on a date, if you're pitching to someone for a new idea, if you're going to, you know, find some new friends, who wants to hang with someone who's just slow and exhausted and tired and doesn't have any, you know, new idea, like doesn't have the ability to listen to you? That's a big one, to be able to have that fresh space to critically listen to you and knows emotionally and intelligently what to say. You know, just say you've gone through a breakup, just say you've got brain fatigue, just say you're freaking out, you've got 2 tax returns to do, you've got a toddler, this and that, who has that actual mental freshness and whole system maturity and functionality to be a full friend who can be a pillar for you. That person is a true asset in your life, isn't it? You know, if you meet, you're like, whoa, I want to hang out with that friend. They actually listen and they give me good advice, or they just listen and hold space and just flows intuitively, kind of know when to say something, when to listen. It's flowing. That's someone who's been releasing the subconscious garbage and also who's freshening up their brain. So today we're going to work on this. We're going to do a meditation. Meditation's called Karam Sambhavani Kriya. This is great for brain fatigue and to join the hemispheres. So, you know, when you're just like, you can't think, or you're, you know, you just, yeah, you're just writing and you misspelled a lot of words, or you wrote the wrong dates because you're fatigued, but also the left and right brain gets, doesn't get connected and balanced because of stress, because of the technology, everything, driving a car, people nearly hitting you. It all affects your mental cognition. So we're going to connect the brain, and we're also going to give you power and rejuvenation through the brain. So you'll feel a lot, like when I do stuff like this, I just want to create. And that's a good sign for you to know that these practices are working. They obviously are working, that you're getting results, that you are in good stead, that you are relatively, I wouldn't say balanced. We're always shifting it. You can't just be like totally balanced. We're shifting every second, different thoughts, different feelings, different food, different circumstances, different stresses. So I just say like optimized, maintained, rested, energized. A good indication that you are is that what you're creating. You know, you want to create a party. Like I haven't done it in ages, but I want to have a party, like a birthday party. You've got the energy. You want to create a blog article. You want to call up a friend and go and do an adventure thing. You want to create this, that, go on social media and write a beautiful story about something you've learned. You want to have a great conversation and hear what someone has to say, and you have the capacity to listen to them. This is all great signs. You want to, like, you know, film yourself on a reel and communicate a message, or whatever the creation is in your work, in your personal, in your business, with your children. You want to create a cubby house, whatever. If you want to create, this is really what we are born and wired to do as humans, especially women. If you're not having that urge to create, you're obviously, your glandular system isn't secreting properly, the lymph isn't moving, you're physically blocked up, or you're mentally blocked up, or both, you're fatigued, you need to make a few shifts, whether it's eating a good sandwich, getting some good food into you, sleeping more, go and take a nap, or doing some yoga, or socializing with a good friend or group of friends. So you can even ask yourself, what do you need? Do you need more yoga? Do you need better, nutritious, whole, fresh, organic food, filtered water? Do you need to socialize more? You know, or do you need to sleep more? What is the thing? And you can't get away with all of them. If you're ignoring all of them, you're going to be like walking around like a zombie. You're going to be really suffering. If you can kind of get away with one of them, like if you're just not getting enough sleep, but the others are good, you can kind of maneuver through that. Your system can kind of cope, but it takes obviously it takes a chip out of you. If you're not eating super duper well, but you're getting sleep, you're socializing, that raises your immunity. If you're with great friends, you can kind of meander through. But if more than one isn't taken care of, that's when you will obviously feel the fatigue, the fog, the just meandering through life, like another day. We should feel creative all the time. Us as women, and let me know what's coming up for everyone that's joining. I'm going to say goodbye to Insta in a minute. Whether you're on Zoom or Instagram, let me know what's coming up. Do you feel creative a lot? I know when you get tired, you need to rest, but once you've rested, once you've done yoga, once you've had a good meal, once you've had a good sleep, once you've hung out socially, do you feel like creating? If not, then you've got to upgrade your system. You've got to look at what's going on there. If you do, then that is how a human being, especially a woman, because we obviously create the human race, we're super sensitive, we're super multidimensional, we're super expressive. One of the large things is repression, is repressed. It's, the culture, a teacher saying, like you're not smart enough, whatever. That was going on with me. One teacher, these teachers who are just annoyed with their life, whatever, and they put their stuff on you at school, parents, this and that. Things happen, and then you can just shut down. If you can shut down, you can open back up, can't you? And this is what we do in all of this, cleaning your channels, and this is something that I drill into the women that I support in my 12-week, one-on-one hand-holding container. If you do need that support, reach out. Is knowing like your energy matters. You matter, but have a think. One woman was saying, want to have a soulmate, can't find the guys, haven't had a boyfriend, this gorgeous, beautiful looking Bondi young lady, seeing you with you, just gorgeous soul, so tender, you know, looking stunning, has a great job, finances aren't an issue. And she's just like, I can't find a guy. Like, they never, and they don't want to stay. And, you know, and I could feel her energy. And I said to her, would you date you with these thoughts, this frustration, this upsetness, this problem in your life, this feeling like, you know, bad inside and what's wrong with me, and you know, not fully loving myself, not fully you know, having a lot of negative talk. And I'm like, would you date you? It's super confronting. And I said it, look, it's a confronting thing, but I'm not here to make friends. This is just my role in life. I want to transform women. Would you date you? And then she's like, I'm like, with all the thoughts, with all the self-loathing, with all the negativity, we all have it as a woman, not just yourself. All of us have it, but we're cleaning it out, and things get better and better, and things just shake out of you, and they alchemize, they wash away, and we, you know, this is what we're doing. This is why we practice every day. And yeah, she got it. And it was just like a light bulb moment in her life. And one last thing I'll say before we practice is a guy who's super successful over in LA started a great organic healthy food shop. It's a chain now. It's shops around America and perhaps just LA, and you know, super great guy. This guy was extremely had his issues, had his story, had his loathing and problems. He was injecting heroin into him before he built these successful businesses. And one woman changed his life. This is the power of women, or of a human with presence, with open heart. She just said, she saw him, she gave him some minutes of her time, and she looked into his eyes, the energy, the presence, the belief, the love that she spoke to him with. And she said to him, if you could create a different story than this, injecting, sitting here, suffer, you know, this, what would your story be? And in that split second, something got transmuted in him, something activated in him, something was received. This is the power that you have every day. Do you bring that love, that presence, that energy, that transmission to your child, or a guy sitting on the road drinking, who got, you know, completely abused by his parents and has no hope and just telling himself, this is all I can do? Do you do that? So then why are you complaining? Why are you meandering in your negative thoughts like, oh, the coffee is, you know, warm, there's no good guys? That's what you are creating. So when we do these practices, and you will notice that you will generate energy, you will balance your brain, what we're going to do, you will charge your brain. You have so much power. That's how much power. And that man is, I don't know, maybe like multi-million, millions and millions. So then he went on to heal himself, heal his body, looked at food, studied, and it's eventually into his, you know, hugely successful. And so his story was that, and through a transmission of 5 minutes of someone who showed their heart, pure transmission, and this is what I do to you. This is what happens in our group women's retreats. The transmission's felt, you receive whatever it is, and it cracks through the bullshit. And you keep practicing art before and after you come. You have to have a community, physical community. You have to have a practice and a teacher, the 3 things. Every day you tune into the energy, miracles will happen, I promise you. You have to be all in. You can't just be like a toe in the water. Like that woman was all in and then boom, something happened. Yes, the other day I went to a healer. I'm all in. I just walk in. You know, I do these practices every day so I can transmute things fast. I'm not resisting it. I'm not making bullshit excuses. I'm being a student. And so much is coming out of me. And there were so many tears. And there was so much sadness in my heart, like pouring out of the inner child. And now look at what's happening, you know, the prosperity after that. And this is what's stuck in your body, like, you know, the tightness, the kind of ache, hardness to breathe, or the headaches, or the bloating, or the negativity. This is stuck in your body. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to rub our hands together. And we're going to press our palms together. We're going to tune in with the Adi mantra. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo 3 times. Inhale to tune in. Om Inhale through the mouth. Inhale deep. Last one, inhale. Inhale deep. Squeeze in and up, chin in, look up, Kegel lock, pulling up, raising the energy up. And then exhale the breath out and down. Let's open the spine up. Cat cow. Big toes together. Inhale. Exhale. Relax your jaw, your face, your eyes. Breathe deep through the nose. Look at the third eye. Go faster if you want. Let's inhale up. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, open the knees, and come down, press your palms together, take a few breaths. Take another deep breath. Now let's come on the side of our body. We're going to open up the side of your body. So stack your feet, coming up, and then relax the hip down, move it back and forward, opening all the sides of your body. It'll be pretty intense, like it's sore for most of us because of all the worry, anxiety. The side of your body gets tight, which will give you also lower back issues. Deep breath through the nose, super duper intense, but so relieving. Breathing deep, relax your jaw. Really go for it. You'll be able to feel here. Let that hip relax. Just go still now and breathe deep. Let it go more, let the hip go, breathe deep. Last breath. Change sides. Check in with your body. Do you feel very tight and painful on the side? That's anxiety. Breathe deep through the nose. Relax your face. And just relax down, still, static, don't move. Deep breaths. Last breath. Open it up. You're going to feel a lot of relief. Oh. Now let's open our legs wide. Are you feeling that? That's intense. Yeah. Yeah. Let's reach the toes up and down. Up and down. Flex the feet. Breathe deep. Reach right for the toes. Open the sides. Less than a minute. Push the knees down. And let's come up. We're going to do a sequence now. That's awesome when you just get out of bed. I mean, or before you get out of bed. So if you want to just jot these down, or if you want to, this is great for when you just wake up. Just these few exercises to full rev you up. Because do you feel a bit like heavy? And it's normal. Do you feel heavier in the morning than like now? I'm usually like really alive now and not as much in the morning. Some people are alive in the morning and they're not as alive at night. It just depends on you. So the power is just get to know you, because if you go to any coach or healer or whatever, we can only give you advice, but you only know how you're feeling. We can't, your intuition's got to say like, hey, I need to eat at dinner at this time better than that, or I need to eat mangoes now. I don't need mangoes now. Maybe you're going to need mangoes when you're 50. That's what happens. Your body just needs different nutrients at different times, or it needs different kind of exercises. But the great thing about this practice is it's adaptogenic. So it's not like your body will just adapt for what it needs. So you do the whole Kriya and your body might be like, oh, my adrenals are so exhausted, I'm stressed out, the energy will go there, or my heart really needs healing, or my body needs a workout and my lungs are really need healing. And so you generate the energy, and then the energy just goes to where your body needs it. That's why this practice is just genius, because you walk away, have a think even now how you're feeling, or when you finish class, if you walk away balanced, all your chakras are open, the nadis are flushed, your mind's balanced, your heart's open, you got a workout, you healed yourself as well. It's adaptogenic, it's balanced. Like other exercises, when you feel like you feel good, but you're like overstimulated, or you feel a bit funky because it stimulated the system too much, whether it's, for example, like the hot yoga. The hot yoga is awesome, I love it, but I can only do like a little bit of it because I already have a lot of fire, and I can feel it's just like, for example, in Bali, I'm living in Bali, I'm doing the hot yoga, I'm like out of control, I'm just still like running around, it's just too much, So you got to know, like, oh, it's great once a week, or hey, I really need grounding food, I've got a lot of freaking fire and air, I'm crazy, or I'm very sluggish, I'm so sluggish, I need that, and I need some, fruit to, boost me up, or whatever the situation is. So just take your power back. Taking your power back, because we've just been indoctrinated into the system, which is like, doctor, help me, what is wrong with me, give me the pill, which is completely ridiculous. Like we are the creator of the human race. Like I think we can guide ourselves. I'm not saying if you break your leg, of course you need intervention to like put it in a sling and perhaps do certain things. However, we are advanced souls who's super. So imagine, the more and more you do it, the more and more you'll feel this power and this like knowing of like, hey, it's my cycle. Wow, I just need to lay in bed. That's all I really, instead of you usually push yourself and you've got to go to the girlfriend gathering at the cafe, and you really shouldn't be doing that, but you just do it because you just feel bad and you're out of touch, and then you're drained, and then you feel anxious, and you're totally negating the truth. You will honor the truth. So let's lay down. We're going to do breath of fire, stretch pose. If you're pregnant, just do one leg up and long deep breath. Eyes are open, look ahead. Cradle your head if you have a neck injury. Pump your belly twice a second, equal in and out breath. Feel the fire building up. Really good, keep going. Bring your mind back to Sat Nam as you breathe. Last few seconds, not long. Go, go, go. Generate the fire. Inhale. Squeeze up. Relax totally. Let the energy flow. Feel the ecstasy. Deep breaths. Let the stress out, let the negative energy out. Laying on your back still, nice easy one. Clasp your knees into your chest, heads up, breath of fire. So close your eyes, look at the third eye. The head up is going to help your glands secrete. So try and keep the head up. The glands all in the neck are going to secrete. You may notice a different taste in your mouth. That's a sign that your glands are getting a good secretion, a good glow will come onto your face. Keep up, last little bit. Inhale. Exhale, fully relax. Let go. Slow, deep breaths through the nose. Let the energy lift. Now we're just going to do some spinal rolls. Inhale back, exhale forward. Breathe deep. Really get the breath in as you go back. You should be able to feel it pumping into the back, into the ribs. Last few breaths. Last breath. And then come up. Cross your legs. Get your cushion. The last one. So this is very simple. The first thing, stretch pose. You wake up. You can put a peppermint oil in your hand, breathe it in. If you want, get the doona off. Pull that doona off. Get it off of you. Get out. You know, you're like, oh, you just can't be bothered. Get it off. Pull it off. And do the stretch pose. Then do the knees to chest. And then do the spinal rolls. Or you can have your mat next to your bed and you just do it straight on the mat. Because the mat's, it's easier on a hard surface. Then cross your legs and do this. Like, things are going to change. Imagine if you do that every day as soon as you wake up. Your life will change because, you know, you get up and then you're just like, oh, no, I didn't pay the bill. And, oh, it's Tuesday. You know, all this negative talk. It's normal. We all have it. We're all going through it. However, if you do the practice straight away, you raise yourself above it. And then you go through the day above the society's lower vibration crap, bullshit, negativity, fear, nervousness. That's why if you're going around society and you feel a bit nervous, it's because you're tuning into the lower frequency. So it's not even you, but when you do your practice, you're just like navigating, like things are flowing. You're just like, cool, I'm doing my grocery shopping, because you're above it all. The energies and your thoughts are above it. They're not down there. So let's bring the fingers to the pads, the thumbs to the sky. Breath of fire. So with this, relax the shoulders, chin a little bit in, like instead of caving in, heart's open, shoulders are back, spine's erect, you're on your cushion, you are relaxing your face, looking at your third eye. Just do a minute. If you're on your cycle or you're pregnant, do a long deep breath. Really nice, honey. Well done. Keep going. Keep going. Build the strength. Feel that warrior energy, that warrior pose. Keep the arms nice and straight. Be committed to your mission, your vision. Whatever you're here to do, see that vision, that mission, see the images of you engaging with your daughter, with the world, from that open heart, from that presence, from that gratitude, because you've risen above the time and the space, the chaos on the planet. People are really suffering, aren't they? They need women with their hearts open. They need strong people to give them hope. Gives people hope. When you speak from your heart and you have nice energy, gives them hope, which is one of the highest things that you can give people at this time is love, compassion, hope. You're going to want to put your arms down. Keep up. Last minute, less than a minute. As you breathe. Inhale, interlace the thumbs, reach up, breathe in, squeeze up, look up. You're going to feel elevated above that fear, the negativity, the destructive thoughts. And then exhale, sweep the aura, the energy around you, let it grow, open yourself to the world, open up, inhale, side out, inhale, side out. Your body needs you to connect to it. If you don't connect to your body, sooner or later it will reject you, and it's hard to, go back. So your body is a living organism, going through a lot. All of the stress of thought forms are locking into the body. So that's why people get older and they get heavier and rigid and stiff. So cleaning it out, you're helping, but use your consciousness to connect to the body. And to send it the messages like, hey, you're amazing. Like the cells in your body are alive. They feel that. And then you finally relax instead of all like rigid and like, I wish I had a different body. That's the indoctrination. That's the story that they try and sell you, that you're not looking good enough. You're too big boned, or you're too skinny, you're too this and that, light, dark, that thing. You can never win. So it just has to be a day where you're like, I'm okay, I'm good. And then the story's changing. But through all this, especially the addiction meditation, remember you've done it before, the addiction one, do it every day for a few minutes, and that gets the stories away. Then we just create what story we want to have. It's like, I want to have a story with like heaps of sensual moments with it, or like my man. I want to have a story where I'm playing with my girl all the time. I want to have a story where, you know, and then you just create, that's the truth. That is the truth. Then the fake truth, the non-reality, when you know that's happening, it's when you're tired, you get drained. So if you're thinking, I'm not there yet, or oh, what's he gonna think, or this and that, and you're tired, it's fake. It's just the brain going wild, creating the fearful thoughts, and then you feel drained. So that's then you know, oh, this is fake. And then you could just do like a breath of fire. You can do that one, clears it out, and then you're like, oh, I feel good. You know, like it just shifts it, and then you're like cooking dinner, and then like you're happy again. So we're all going through it. It's not just you. I know we tend to think like it's just me and like, oh, I suck. Then no, it's Oprah, it's President Obama, it's this person, it's your neighbor, it's your teacher, it's your grandma, it's you, it's everyone, because the mind is just so fast. It has it's binary, meaning it's positive and negative. It'll have positive thoughts, it'll have negative thoughts. And a lot of the thoughts and the feelings you've had, I've had, we're all really similar. Every human being, we go through suffering, but these practices allow us to rise out of that, to see it, and then to step back, see it. It's not all over our face. We don't believe it. And we can even laugh at it, like, haha, what a ridiculous thing. You know, you can just start to laugh at yourself, at the garbage, and you will become the person that has risen above the time. So the time right now is really dark. It's war. There's war going on. It's a war time. It's a dark time. Do you want to live in that frequency? No. That's the frequency that's around everywhere. But there's another real high frequency. So you're going to meet people who are in the war frequency, like hating on life, talking about it, like being rude, whatever. They're in that frequency. Then you're going to meet like full soul children who are like just in the other. So we want to keep in that frequency, which is what we're doing here. Let's clasp our hands together. We're going to finish with this meditation, and then just release your ring finger down. So you just clasp them together, unclasp the ring fingers, and they will just then, the pads of the ring fingers will touch. So just touch the pads, the ring fingers, and then squeeze your palm together. Beautiful. Bring it to the heart. Feel how good that feels. It feels really stable, doesn't it? Positive. Bring the elbows to the side of your body. Cross your legs, chin in. Actually take off any rings if that helps. It might be too hard with the rings. Chest out, relax the shoulders. Squeeze the palms, hold this position at your heart. So this, we're just creating the contact of the flow of life energy by touching those two ring fingers together, which is happening right under the rest of the energy. Like, so you pushing those ring fingers is really creating contact of the flow of life energy. So you're going to feel really positive with this. Relax your eyelids and just have them 10% open. Close them, little slither open. We're going to inhale through the nose, 4 strokes. So inhale, 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 inhale. And then you're just going to exhale, 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 exhale. And as you inhale, you're going to chant in your brain, sa, 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 sa. As you exhale through the nose, you're going to chant hum, 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 hum. We're not going to do this for long, so keep going. Eyes are just a little slither open. Doesn't have an eye position. Oh, actually they are. No, there's no eye position. So just, I would be looking down at my nose. Inhale, 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 inhale. Exhale, 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 exhale. It's about 2 seconds for the inhale and the exhale in total. Focus on the sound of your breath and the mantra. So inhaling sa, 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 hum, exhale, hum, hum, hum. Follow my chanting. Sa, 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 hum, 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 sa, 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 hum, 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 sa, 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 hum, hum, hum. Hum means infinity. Sa, 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 hum, 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 hum. Feel the strength. Sa, 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 hum, 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 sa, 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 hum, 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 sa, 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 hum, 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 sa, 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 hum, 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 hum. Last time. Sa, 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 hum, 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 hum. Inhale deep. Squeeze in and out. Last time. Look up. And slowly exhale. Release your hands. Rub your hands together. Just notice how you're feeling. So that's balance your brain, giving your brain power, opening up every capillary, every little cell in your lungs. It's cleaning you out, and it's connecting the left and right hemispheres. So you're going to feel very creative, recharged, your power. Let's bless ourselves with the long time sun. Receive that energy. Let yourself receive. You don't have to have done anything to deserve this blessing. You already deserve all the blessings. May the long time sun shine upon you, and all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, and all love surround you, and all your lights within you guide your way on. May the Bless yourself, bless your family, bless your work, bless your mission, put your prayer out. Satnam. Beautiful, beautiful work, honey. So good to feel you. I feel like we're right next to each other. So great.
Beautiful.
Everyone, if you do want to come, there's 2 places left in our gathering. You can just do the day if you want, and you get 2 months of bonus access in this platform.
Yeah,
and if one-on-one support, just reach out, DM me, or pop it in our Facebook group. So much energy, Satnam. Bye, lovely.